are the other drops?
Whose little money clip is this?
Don, that's mine.
Don DeMarco.
That's my bands.
Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco flow. Don DeMarco. No, you got me water.
No, his.
Oh. I just threw it down here.
Boom from the 70s. Get a nigga good at me.
Don DeMarco flow. What was it?
Step way to the back because you're not up on my pedigree.
Damn, how that Purple Rain song go?
Purple Rain. Oh shit, it might be.
Damn, using your receipts. How you gonna return shit now? This nigga wildin'.
All right.
Oh, he just let me know when we're ready and I put.
The game face.
I don't have a game face to be honest.
Don't worry. I like the.
If you're not already ready, then you already.
Oh,
did
no,
it. Then you already did it. You already did it.
I'm kind of. I personally think I'm ready like 24/7 because I'm with myself like 24/7. So
that's where. Like,
do you think it gets tired? Doesn't that shit get tiring for people when they just have to like be somebody else? You gotta fake your own shit just so you could be comfortable around somebody else.
Yeah, that is mad exhausting because you're like living two lives.
Yeah,
especially when you gotta do it to like impress somebody else's family member. Like
Oh my god, yeah.
That shit is
because the thing is like family members always set up expectations for who they think you should be, and then you have to like. If you're not that, then everybody's judging you like you're not.
Yeah, something's wrong
I'm
because...
so happy you said it like that because that's exactly how I feel. Like, bitch, I gotta act like a fucking... I gotta act like non-Hido for your family to accept me. Like
100%, yeah.
Like, no, like, and I gotta do this every single time. Like, bitch, no, let me be myself.
Yeah, I think it's because like they grew up a certain way, and so that they have that one version of life. And so
like that's
they feel like everybody has to go on that path
because that's how they were brought up.
And then even if you're trying to, are you recording?
I've been recording.
Oh, all right.
I love doing that, like just casually, like.
and it's like even if you try to explain it to them, like yo, like I grew up differently. Like this is the way I grew up. This is the
we're
way
not living the same life.
Yeah, like this is the way I do things. Like you can't really force me to pretend to be somebody else because it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck up and end up being myself.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna look bad in front of you, in front of your family.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like the thing from the very beginning is like, what does it even matter? Like if you look bad to somebody, like if you like know yourself and you're like living, you know, kind of like the life that you think you're supposed to be living. Because I know, like as humans. Like we seek like validation, we seek approval from other people. Right? Yeah, and we almost feel like we're part of the family if our relatives fuck with us. But
we can't live like that. Like we're not supposed to be seeking approval for somebody else. Cause at the end of the day, then what are we doing it for? Like, what?
I'm living for somebody else, basically.
Like, I'm doing this hard extra work for you. No, I should be doing this shit for myself.
Yeah.
And it's like when you try to explain that to somebody, it's just like, oh, all right. So you're not trying to help me out. You're not trying to put me in a position, like you're not trying to,
and that's wild selfish, right? Because like at that point they're really just thinking about themselves. Yeah,
it's not even being selfish. Like I was told not that long ago, that I was like, yo, I need to improve on myself.
Yeah,
and I was like, I need to improve on myself, but I was working.
Was that a family member?
Nah, it was an ex. It was like a shorty.
Okay, yeah.
She was like, I need to improve myself.
Yeah.
And when she told me that shit, I was just like, damn, but I was trying to go hard as fuck for the both of us. Like, I'm slacking my money up for the both of us and shit like that. Yeah. And it's just like, she told me I need to improve on myself. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. It really made you think?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, I was working hard for the both of us, bitch. Like,
yeah, so it's like, what wasn't she seeing? Like I had like two different realities.
maybe because I'm like a closed off person. Like I'm starting to open up more and shit like that. But
that's a good look.
But it's just like, damn, like just because I didn't tell you that I was working hard for the both of us is not working. Like that shit is dumb. It's dumb as fuck.
You know, it's interesting, right? Because I had John on yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't even know anymore. I had John on and we were talking about how, you know, like based on a group text that I had with other people where they were just talking about how, you know, in general, men don't feel like as comfortable expressing their feelings emotionally, even to like a significant other or even with other men. And basically, like one of the people was like wondering why. So I'm just curious, like, why do you guys think that is? Why is it hard for guys to open up?
I think it's hard because this personally for me is just like like you, man, like bitch, shut up, stop complaining, and run with it. If you got an issue, fix it yourself and do what you gotta do.
Solutions.
You don't gotta go to 10 different people and complain about your issues. Like, nah, man, if you got an obstacle in your way, handle that shit. Feel me?
Yeah.
And if you feel like you gotta, when you say like niggas, like motherfuckers hold shit in, it's not like they hold shit in for a reason. It's like, all right, so I tell you, yo, this is my idea. I want to start a clothing line.
Yeah.
And my idea might take longer than what I said it was.
Yeah.
So now I leave you with an expectation, and I don't reach that expectation, and now you start thinking like, "Oh, this dude is bullshit."
Or he's falling off, or he's not
really about it.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's why a lot of people could. That's why I'm so closed off.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm closed. Like I'm closed off. Because I hate leaving people with expectations. Yeah. And then I'm trying to reach.
Do you feel like that in turn puts pressure on yourself? Like, let's say in that same hypothetical situation, like somebody's like, "Yo, like, what happened with that? What happened with the clothing line or whatever?"
Yeah, that. And
like, is it because like it puts more pressure on you? Then you have to like now, like think internally and be like, "Oh, why am I not doing this?" Like, it
puts quadruple the pressure on me because.
So you're just trying to avoid that, like, so it's just easier to just not tell them, like, hey,
don't say shit, just come out with the work, keep your mouth shut, and just show the action. Yeah,
and I do kind of like moving that way because it's kind of like, you know, you work in silence, and then you know when you come out, your work kind of speaks for itself. That's kind of like cool too. But you know, I think it's just like different people handle pressure in different ways. Like I've thought of like just random ass times in my life where like. I feel like being backed up against a corner made me really perform more than I would have ever have.
Because you didn't have another choice?
Yeah. Like, there's something about being backed up against a wall and really seeing no other way to do it. Is like, it really pushes you to action. But then again, it's like, you know, other people will face the same pressure and be like, okay, this is kind of overwhelming. Like, I don't think I can move forward with this.
I think certain people haven't hit survival mode.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, what is define that? So we know what you're talking about.
All right, survival mode is like when you're down to your last dollar. Like you're literally down to your last dollar.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to ask for no help. No help whatsoever, and you trying to get back on your feet. Yeah. That's survival mode. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. You gotta go through whatever obstacle, whatever bullshit comes in your way to get back on your feet. That's survival mode to me. You gotta be hungrier. I learned that from Nip too. I always watch mad Nip videos. Yeah. Like he's an inspirational ass dude. Like he came a long way. But like I felt like I tapped into survival mode like maybe a year and a half ago. I tapped to survival mode. Yeah. When we started.
Also, the mic might pick that up.
Oh shit, my bad. I tapped to survival mode not that long ago. Like I had to really get my money up.
Yeah.
So I did what I had to do to get my money up, whether if it was legal or illegal.
Yeah.
But if you feel like if you've never tapped into survival mode, you're not gonna really know what a struggle is. Yeah, like it's different.
And that's why a lot of people question like why certain people take certain actions, and you know, again, it goes back to like being backed up against a wall. Like that's like the epitome of like survival mode, right? Like you don't know how else you can live, so you have to figure out like you got to come up with a plan quick. Or else, like, you know, sink or swim, right? Like, if you don't figure something out, like, it's a wrap for you. So you have to do something. And, you know, it's not always, like, the flashiest thing or the thing that you would publish, like, in a magazine and shit. But, you know, it gets the job done. And,
exactly.
You know, you just kind of hope that you don't have to go back there. That's why, you know, some people just keep on grinding.
Well, that's what you're trying to get away from. You don't want to be back there.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like you gotta, like, once you hit survival mode, you gotta keep that drive. You gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay meaner. You gotta stay focus, because bullshit is always gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's
bullshit is always gonna happen regardless. Like you gotta stay on your grind. You gotta stay. If somebody stepped out your life, if somebody turned their back on you, fuck that. Like
just keep it moving.
That just means you was never there. You was never there to ride from the beginning. Yeah. So now, all right, now I gotta work twice as hard. Now I gotta prove you wrong. Yeah. At the same time, prove myself that I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's like another. I feel like that's like another definition for survival mode.
Yeah,
like shit is real, man. Like
word.
Like when you gotta fucking then you got to sell drugs just to keep up with bills. It's you gotta do what you gotta do, but it sucks. Though.
For sure, it's nobody's first option.
Definitely not.
It's not like somebody's like, you know what? Like you wake up like I want to sell drugs.
Because like you wake up every morning, you filling out job applications for like 4 months straight, and it's just like, yo, I ain't getting nothing.
100%.
I gotta go hit the streets. Like I gotta go sell.
It's just like traps that people fall in, and that's why it's kind of crazy when sometimes that kind of activity is like glorified and like hip hop and shit, because it's like then you have people growing up watching that and then saying that's what I want to do too, but it's like no, a lot of those people did it because they had to do it. It's not like it wasn't for fun.
It's not glorified.
It's history.
It's not glorified. It's when they rap about that, that's what they went through their lives. Exactly.
Like I'm just saying, like for example, like if they hear about Jay's story, like Jay-Z, and then they see that, they read about his story or whatever of how he started off, and they see where he's at now.
So they're like,
some people might get the wrong idea. Some people might get the
so that's step one. All right, cool.
Some people might get the wrong idea and be like, if I want to be like him, I have to get started that way.
Like
when
Jay-Z,
that's not
like you never saw that interview where Jay-Z or like none of the record labels wanted to sign him. So what he would do was like he would leave a brown paper bag with bread in it in front of radio stations just to play his songs.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, there was anyway he would do that because none of the record labels wanted to sign him.
Yeah.
Because
that's being fucking hungry. Like that's
grinding. That's survival mode.
Exactly.
That's survival mode.
Yeah.
He had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
To get to where he wanted to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't want to say I'm tapped into survival mode completely, but I feel like I'm in survival mode right now. Like I gotta push. I gotta stay consistent. I gotta do what I gotta do to stay on top.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Like I've only been following you probably for like maybe like a week now or maybe 2 weeks, and as an outsider, I can see that because like just in like talking with José about like y'all making music and like kind of saying like, oh, you just dropped a mixtape and you like already working on the next one, and like it looks like you just have like you're in the car and you're like stepping on that pedal just
no, I got my foot on the pedal.
And just not letting go. Like I can tell even from the outside as like not somebody that knows like in depth.
We mixed down 3 songs yesterday.
Yeah.
To be honest, I got enough songs to drop another mixtape.
Yeah, wow.
Like that's like
even
we
better,
really
even
been
better
working.
than the first already. That shit just came out.
I got enough songs to drop better than the first mixtape, but like we went on the pedal. He calls me.
Yeah,
I'll pick up my phone right away because I know it's work. I know it's work. I know it's work immediately.
Showtime. Yeah.
So like every time he call me, it's just like, all right, José's calling me. We working. I bring my A game. I gotta keep my ears open.
Yeah.
I gotta stay focused. I gotta tell him, yo, I want this part cut, this part cut. Or
I'm so interested in that process.
Or he'll tell me like, you know what, Haido? Listen to this again, and I'm gonna play one version, and I'm gonna play a second version, and you tell me what you want, like 1 or 2. Yeah. And we'll go back and forth, play 1 or 2, and then even with ad-libs, he'd be like, you know what, Haido? That sounds. Why I keep saying Haido? My name is Byro, by the way.
Yeah, Byro.
Byro.
Yeah. You wanna do the intro real quick one time?
Yeah. I was actually gonna. Thank you, José. I was gonna get into it anyways.
Yeah,
so this is another episode of the Work In Podcast. I'm your host, but you can call me Sir because it's Kickup season. Hey, let's get it.
Big fucking Kickup. Big Kickup.
And today I am joined by none other than Byro of Kickup.
Salute to the gang.
Say what's up to the
guys.
people.
Porter Rock, Titty, Diverse, 20, everybody.
All y'all.
The whole gang. If I forgot somebody's name, I remember it at the end.
No.
Milk, Mike.
Yeah, shout out to everybody at Kickup. We're definitely gonna have room for shout outs. Even like if a name pops up in the middle of you talking, just be like, yo, shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Kubo.
Shout out to Kubo. I actually had him here yesterday or the day before. Like I said, I have no idea. Oh,
that's funny talk because the Kupo's name is Kupo and I be calling him Coop. I be like, yo, what up, Coop?
Yeah. Oh,
that shit's funny. I be calling him Coop. That shit's funny.
Yeah. It's only me and her because the Bugatti Coupe. Hey. And we are also joined by someone that needs no introduction. He is
What's up, fam?
essentially a co-founder of the Working Podcast, also the first ever co-host. None other than Jose, aka Riho Beats. Shout out to you one time.
Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the old listeners, the new listeners.
Yeah,
this man right here.
Yo, let's appreciate Jose for a second.
Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers.
I had to pick up the mic for this right
Give
here.
me my flowers.
This man right here made me sound from recording off of motherfucking
toaster
phone to making me sound like radio stream.
To like Byro, the real Byro.
Like the real.
The Byro that you can
I don't
hear.
want. If a nigga be like, yo, let me engineer your music, I'll tell you, go suck a dick. If it ain't Jose, then it ain't working. Like that's how I'm coming. Like,
damn, thank you, appreciate that.
Like I don't trust nobody else in my music. I even leave Jose with my hard drive all day long.
Yeah,
all day long I leave with my hard drive.
Yo,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so actually, by the time this one comes out, I would have had at least probably 3 other episodes drop. So actually one of them that I had already dropped was one where I started this whole thing with Jose, and I was just giving him his flowers because, you know, like whenever you find somebody like that in your life that's just like, it makes like a substantial difference in so many different ways. You kind of owe it to yourself and to them to like big them up, so they know, like, especially like before they die. You know, it's one of those things where like people
love them while you can.
Yeah, they die and then they say all the great things that person did for them, and that person never heard it. So go check out that episode because, you know, there's a lot of reasons to love this guy.
I always tell Jose I appreciate everything he do, because if if we go back and think about it, me and Jose both started at the same level. We both started at the bottom. Yeah, I started rapping the same time he started working on making beats.
Ah, that's interesting.
I probably started a little earlier than me, but when that link happened? Like, had he ran it? Like, did he always just know that you were working on stuff, or like when did the two paths meet?
I was trying to follow him because I was working on my production stuff at first, but I was keeping everything under wraps for a long time. Like I spoke to maybe like 2-3 people because I was just in a lab all the time. Yeah, and then I would always go on Instagram and then see Byro putting up tracks, you know, SoundCloud links, give me notifications. Yo, Jay dropped this track over here, check it out. And then I'm always looking out for that shit because my belief in the local talent here in Jersey City is unbelievable. The amount of stuff that's happening and what could happen given the opportunity, the drive, and the fucking effort. As long as that momentum stays, a lot of dangerous stuff could happen once these things start to blow because people are picking up on shit. Yeah, that's a fact. Hold on,
my fault to cut you off, but if you go on my page or if you go to if you go on my Instagram page or Jay Instagram page, Puerto Rock J, my boy dropped that ill freestyle, son. That shit was crazy.
Did you guys record that video at the annex of the school, behind the school? Where was that?
That was number 6, right?
That was right by Bill's crib. That was right behind 27 school.
Ah, okay.
And we shot that right after shooting the Kobe video. So nobody knew that was going on. He was just like, that's why you see us all in the background,
like
just chilling and smoking.
Behind the scenes.
That's hilarious.
He got a behind the scenes freestyle.
I think it was just like, yo, play a beat, and he's like, roll the camera. He just started dropping bars.
He let that up.
In my opinion, I think he's top five. Yeah. Like to be honest,
is he gonna give us a project though?
I'll be trying to get him to
because I've been waiting. Like I'll look out when I see notifications like Jay dropped the crack. It's like, all right, boom, instantly. Yeah. But that happens.
But how often? I understand where he comes from because he's like, I don't want to say he's a perfectionist, but he doesn't want to drop nothing that doesn't sound good to him. If the quality don't sound good, if something sounds like it isn't right, he's not dropping it. Yeah. Like he feels like everything has to land in peace, everything has to land in order, everything has to drop in timing. Like he's one of those people where.
But is he working on other stuff while he figures that out, or is he like harping on a track like? You know how
I feel like a person like that is always working on shit.
Don't you know any artists that are like, oh, I've been working on this track, and then you see him 3 weeks later, and then it's like, yo, what you been up to? And it's like, yo, that track I told you about, it's almost done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But actually, but isn't that interesting? Because we were just talking. It's kind of like what we were just talking about, right? When you laid out the hypothetical situation of like, you know, I feel like as soon as you tell somebody, it's like out in the world, and then like,
oh, you expect it to exist now because you
exactly.
said that you were
There's like this level
of
accountability. So if he said he was working on something and he hasn't dropped it, like there's probably like a million reasons why it hasn't dropped. But it's like
I don't know what it is. Maybe he's waiting for the perfect timing. But we go to Bale's crib.
Yeah.
And Jay knocks out like probably 4 or 5 songs.
And he just goes.
It's a little simple. Can we all just collectively make the ugly face like? Like somebody just blew the wild fart. Like you just like, damn.
Say that shit you mean.
I don't give a fuck who I sound like. The niggas get it too. Niggas bleed high.
We jamming. We out here. See, I got the do-rag on today because, you know, we got the do-rag God in our presence. So, you know, I had to come through. You know, I couldn't just show up with my regular hair. Like
he said, niggas trying to box me. I'm Keanu Reeves with the weaves. He said that shit. I was like, yo. Yeah. He got bars, bro. He got. I feel like.
Yo, shout out to Teddy right now. He about to go. As soon as he stuttered, it was a rap for him. Like
Jay came back and tore his ass up. Jay came back and tore him up.
Yeah, so shout out to Jay once again.
Yeah, good shit, homies.
So like at the end of this, I want y'all to send me like all the links of like everybody's like SoundCloud and shit, so I could put in the description.
Jay, I feel like Jay got so much work tucked in.
Yeah,
that he could probably drop like motherfucking 4 mixtapes right now.
Yeah,
he could do a whole. He could do a whole.
Yeah, so like
how hard he works. Like,
yeah, tell me a little bit more about Jay because you know, at first you know we had planned to like have this like as a big like Kickup one. Like Kickup podcast, but that's cool. Like I checked out the previous one y'all were on, and I was it like in second grade that you guys met.
Podcast that you had.
Who, me and Jay?
Yeah, you and Jay.
Nah, me and Jay met in high school.
Okay.
So me and Jay met in high school. He started to Kickup in high school, and then we actually separated apart. Mm-hmm. And we actually teamed up again. I wouldn't say teamed up again. We reunited again.
Yeah.
When he started it though, was it him on himself or did he have like?
Oh no, he had the group. We had the same people he was rocking with, except for one nigga. He had to get kicked out the group.
Yeah.
Did some foul shit.
Yeah.
Feel me? It was
be like that sometimes.
It was Jay, Pat, and I think Diverse at the time.
Oh, so
solid 3.
Oh, so Diverse and them go way back.
Titty too. Titty was rapping at the time. Titty was rapping at the time.
Word?
Yeah, Titty was rapping at the time. So then I ended up when I reunited with Jay, he was working in a studio down there by Marion. Mm-hmm. It was like a studio in a cut, and I'm talking about Jay. Jay was like in there. Jay was in there working, and that's when we had Ryan. Ryan was in there, the engineer. Shout out to Ryan. Man, shout out to Ryan
one time.
And that's when Jay was in there working. And then I ain't even gonna front, like being in there every single day, because I fuck with music. I always loved music. Being in there every single day, it motivated me to want to write. But I didn't know how to write. I didn't know how to like structure my bars and shit like that. And I always tell Jay this, like I always tell him in the cut and shit, or I'll say it in front of other people. But like when he'll be writing to a song, I'll stand over him. Yeah. And I'll peek on how he write his bars. And that's how I started writing my bars.
Trying to get the sauce.
Yeah. So now I I learned how to write my bars.
Stop screen looking, bro. Just ride your own lane.
I didn't copy his bars. I
hate Bowser in Mario Kart. That's you right now.
I didn't copy his bars. I didn't copy his bars.
I'm not saying you screen. You look at his screen like, hey, I'm gonna get you. No,
I'm not saying you copy it.
From him custom map.
I just didn't know how to structure my bars because this is like I wrote everything.
You gotta start somewhere. Yeah,
I wrote everything in a paragraph, so it was like I would keep one flow. And since everything is in a paragraph,
you gotta read a shit like a book.
About how am I gonna come in for the next flow?
Okay.
So it was like the fucking like technology behind the bars is what you're talking, like how they should work, right?
The ways his bars were structured. That's what I copied.
Okay.
And then that's how I learned how to structure my bars.
Yo, turn your.
You gotta take that. Yeah. So, Jose, like, tell me about like.
Wait, before we start doing that, how are you?
I'm doing well.
You all right?
Yeah, like, I'm like right in the middle of this whole like podcast going. I actually had some days off, so like
you're in a media vortex, but you took time off.
Mental
health days.
Yeah, I mean, the way it works, like I work at a school, and then in the summer is like when
downtime.
Most people are off. Yeah. And I kind of have an adjusted schedule that gives me more time, and so I just been taking advantage of that time to get like more episodes out. But like, eventually, I will be on vacation and like actually, and like not actually working during vacation, but like vacation, and actually relaxing from everything, including the podcast.
That should be dope. Come back with a fresh mind, comfortable.
Yeah. Because we've talked about before how like you get into the whole flow of things and like you kind of forget to like
when you don't have the stimulus daily or exactly how you planned it before, then you have to almost relearn, or you have to warm up that muscle again.
And I just need to take a moment to like reset, just to like I don't know, there's something about right as I'm about to approach every episode, like I told you before, like like I have like this anxiety about it, but it's not even like that I'm like scared to talk to them or anything like that. It's just like the newness of it. Like it feels new every time. Like right before I'm about to hit record, it feels new every single time. And like,
is it because you're thinking about all the variables that could go wrong, or is it because of the content that comes out of it?
It's just like getting started. It's just like when you're about to go on stage or something to deliver a speech.
The jitters.
It's that.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, right after I press record, that's when like you get in your zone and then you just start doing your shit.
Yeah, because you can't look back.
Yeah. So Byro's back, and so we were talking about Jay and that you guys had met in high school, and we
met in. All right, this is funny as shit. All right, so look, so we met in high school. I ended up asking him if I could come to the studio on Marion when he was recording. Yeah. I ended up going in there. I was in there like every single time he was in there. Yeah. And Jay was in there working. And I loved his work progress. I loved everything he was doing. And then one day I was just like, he was playing a beat and I'm in the cut writing.
Wait, so you were there with him? Did y'all know each other in the session?
Nah, like we all in there deep as hell. We all in the studio deep as hell, like deep, like this. At this point, we had the huge shit where you had to turn the knobs and the booth. Like we had a real.
We had the APIs and SSLs.
We had all that shit.
Man.
We had all that.
That's awesome.
We'll be in there like 24/7, 24/7. Yeah. So at first, I would come in, and I would just sit on the couch. Yeah. And then at one point, Jay was like, "Yo, we can't be doing this. Like everybody, if you gonna come in here,
you gotta contribute.
You gotta." You gotta contribute.
That's interesting.
You gotta contribute.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't just be an observer anymore.
Yeah, you couldn't.
What's that shit I told you? You're either in it or you're in the way.
Yeah. That's a perfect example. Yeah. Either you in it or you in the way. Like, and Jay keep it 1,000, 100. That's why I fuck with Jay a lot, man. Yeah. Like, I fuck with Jay like a brother. He keep it 100 a lot. Yeah. And he put niggas in the room, and he was just like, yo, if y'all want to be part of Kickup, y'all got to contribute in some type of way. Yeah. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna be the cameraman.
Yeah, so I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
So I started off as the cameraman. Yeah.
Oh, I remember your handle on IG. You were doing that for a minute.
Yeah, I started off as the cameraman, and then I ended up
stunt.
Stuntman cool. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I ended up as a cameraman.
That's dope. Then, you were good at that too.
Yeah, I was all right.
You was good.
I'm still pretty good with the camera. Yeah. And then
creative motherfucker.
I wanted to be the cameraman just to contribute and and help out.
Okay, yeah.
And then once I became the cameraman, then that's when I got down with Kickup.
Wait, so you didn't have an interest in doing the camera work. You were just like, oh, I think I got a handle on it. Let me do this and contribute, and then it evolved into something.
No, I had a tiny interest in being the cameraman.
Yeah.
But that was just like your way in.
But that wasn't my way in. That was my way to contribute. Okay. That was my way to help instead of just sitting on the fucking
being on the
couch
background doing nothing.
Rolling trees on the couch.
I just coming and just smoking weed and then leaving. And that was my way to contribute, being the cameraman.
Right.
And then, so boom, Jay's writing a song and shit. And then that's when I was really feeling the song. And I was like, all right, let me try to write my bars. So I'm in the car, I'm writing bars and shit. And I'm structured, and I'm writing it, and I'm reading it, and I'm not getting the flow that I want. So I had walked to the bathroom, right? I walked to the bathroom and I came back and Jay was sitting in front of me like, all right, so let's say Jay was sitting right here. So I come from the bathroom and I'm like this. And I look for like, he doesn't know that I'm behind him.
Oh, so he's right and you came out the bathroom and you started.
So he's typing. That was my idea, to walk to the bathroom and walk back and see how he has his bar structured.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know I'm behind him, but I'm looking at him from for like 5, probably like, I won't even say 5 minutes. I say probably for like a minute, and I'm looking at him, and I see how he's structuring all his bars. And I was like,
he don't hear you breathing like.
That's how I gotta do it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hear me breathing because the beat's playing in the background.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I gotta structure my bars. And then I started writing, and then there was one day I was high as fuck. And they threw me in the booth, and it didn't turn out so good. It turned out pretty fucking bad. It turned out real bad, actually.
Of course.
And then
nobody's first chance in the booth gonna be something amazing.
It was bad. It was bad.
That was your first ever time in the booth?
That was my first
You didn't even know how to breathe on the mic.
Didn't know how to do nothing.
Didn't know how to do anything.
Didn't know how to do shit.
But no, I think that's like a great baseline, right? Because like I don't know if after that you reflected on that and realized, or were you told, like, were you aware like how bad it was?
No, they told me straight up.
They told you, right? Yeah.
So
because it's one of those things where like it's a learning situation. Like your very first time, you don't even have to be up there and be good. Just like learn from like every single mistake you make, and like next time you come, it's just like easier.
And that's why I fuck with Jay a lot. Because as soon as I hopped at the booth, Jay was the first one to tell me something straight up. He was like, "Yo, them bars was alright, but your delivery was trash. Like your delivery was trash. You gotta work on something. Like, we gotta work harder. Like And then that's when I was just like, all right, maybe rapping isn't for me. Let me take up camera.
Yeah. So
I started taking cameraman seriously. Started taking pictures, doing photography and shit. And then I don't know, for some reason I still wanted to do music. Like I still wanted to do music. Because when I was younger, my oldest brother, he always played rap music. Always played rap music everywhere.
Yo, word. I'll put us on to all the good shit from the day.
He put us on to like all like my favorite 90s rapper is Noriega.
CNN, CNN albums all fucking
the
time.
Hustler, Melvin Flint, like fucking Melvin Flint, the Hustler.
Also, for context, the reason he said Me Too is because they're actually related. They're cousins.
Oh yeah,
because people, audiences don't know this.
Yeah, but he put me on to mad shit. Like I remember I used to always walk into his bedroom when he used to live with us, like in high school and shit. And he would have mad posters of everything, like when they had the Source and Vibe magazines.
Yeah, they gave you all them.
And he would always play rap music, and it was just like.
So that was your intro to hip hop?
That was the beginning of hip hop.
Okay.
That was my beginning of hip hop. So basically, I would say he started me off on hip hop.
Yeah, besides just hearing like DMX on the radio at that time,
Yeah, like because DMX was hot during that time. He
was
on top during that time.
He was him, Missy.
He was hot as fuck during that time.
Yeah.
And damn, I forgot what you asked. Would you ask me?
No, it's all right. We were just talking about the process and like you guys. You being in the booth for the first time.
Making music. So I was a camera guy. I hopped in a booth. It was trash. They told me it was trash. I need to work on it. So I started stepping my game up more in the camera industry. So my oldest brother ended up giving me a Canon camera. So I tried to work with that. Videos wasn't really coming out. Video quality wasn't really working.
Yeah.
So then one day I saw on Instagram Cooper was giving studio sessions for $25 an hour. Mm-hmm. No, it was $25 a session, not $25 an hour, $25 a session.
Okay.
So I hit up Jay.
Wow, he had the entrepreneurship.
Yo, shout out to Cooper one time. We didn't even talk about that, but shout out to him.
Yo, that's a move. That's an early move.
No, a lot of my songs wouldn't really have gotten done if it wasn't for Coop Studio to give it a buck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I hit up Coop. The real reason why I hit up Coop was because I went over there to see what the studio was like for Jay.
Yeah.
To see if Jay would feel comfortable doing this and that.
Okay.
And so I wasn't gonna go over there looking like an idiot, like just going in there looking around and shit. So I ended up writing a little bit of bars. Mm-hmm. I wrote some bars, and I had to step in the booth. Mm-hmm.
Of course you did. Well, you write bars and then take them home.
Yeah.
I let you know how it goes.
Sit on the couch. Yeah.
I had to step in the booth, bro. I had the ill cold feeds, bro.
Wow.
Ill cold feeds, man. Ill cold feeds. So
and at the time, was it just you and Coop in the?
Nah, that's what made it worse because it was me, Coop, and he had like two more of his boys in there.
You didn't know those guys at the time?
I never. That was the first time I met them. Mm. So I had ill cold feet, and I had bars that I had just wrote the day before going to go meet with Coop to go see his studio.
Yeah.
So I ended up writing the bars, and I'm trying to lay them out, and they were just like, "Yo, damn, your bar is hard." Mm-hmm. So I was like, "For real? You guys think my bar is dope?"
Yeah.
And then I ended up setting up another session, and I wrote different bars to a whole new song.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Yo, this is harder."
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, maybe rapping might be my thing. Maybe.
Yeah.
So now I'm just setting session after session after session after session after session.
Yeah.
And now
your shots in.
And now it was getting better and better and better and better and better. And now I got to a point where I could sit down and write a song. I can't write no hooks yet. I really don't write no hooks.
Nah, he's lying. Yesterday we were talking about that same shit, and we probably made up like 3 different hooks just going through old tracks.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I'm starting a new wave. I'm gonna start doing verses.
Nah, let him hear it. Don't tell him about it. Let him hear it when it happens. Let him hear it when it happens.
Yeah. Don't put stuff out into the world.
Exactly what you were talking about before. Don't say some shit and they don't happen.
Yeah. Like when I make my music, it's like I talk about shit that I've been through. I talk about shit I've done. Talk about shit I want to get.
Yeah.
Talk about shit I'm ambitious for. Like I talk about dumb shit I did, shit I should have never done.
Yeah, it's your creative expression. Like, does it ever feel like therapy?
It's not creative expression.
We should follow up on that.
It's like I look at rapping almost as like therapy too, because I got nobody to talk to. Mm-hmm. I can't express my feelings to nobody else. Yeah. So when I get into the booth, or if I'm writing, if I'm home and I'm listening to a beat and I'm writing, I feel like that's my therapy. That's me writing my music. That's me getting my feelings out.
Yeah.
So like, that's why a lot of my songs are 1-verse songs. Because that's me getting everything out. Because that's like one verse,
like a journal entry.
Yeah, basically, like I don't like to say it's a diary, but it's like a diary. Like
an audio diary.
I'm spitting how I'm feeling that day, or I'm spitting the hatred that I felt the day before, the sadness that I felt the day before, or like shit that happened past recently that I should have done differently, or like shit that I'm doing now currently, like shit like that, and it's different. Like, and then there's some times where I want to rap about shit that I want to do in the future. But then that's where I get stuck on the expectation part again. Like,
you don't want to like let it out there.
I don't want to leave it I don't want to give my fans. I don't even know if I have fans yet, but I feel like I have some type of supporters. I don't want to.
You definitely have supporters.
I don't want to leave my supporters with expectations, and I don't meet those expectations. Yeah. Like the Kobe video. The Kobe video was supposed to drop the day of the mixtape.
Hit that follow.
Okay.
And I fucked up. So the Kobe video ended up dropping the day after the mixtape. Yeah. So that bothered me a lot. That bothered me. I should have had that ready. Yeah. So that's another reason why I talk about expectations. Like, I'm telling everybody like, yo, I'm gonna have this Kobe video. That's why I'd rather just keep my mouth shut and just let my work show for itself.
For itself, yeah.
It's just like
no, but yeah, that's one of those things where like, even at the end of the day, like, I still wouldn't be like, you know, like too hard on yourself. Like just the fact that you're.
But that's my
just the fact
issue.
that you're doing anything at all is like already like.
Without any outside reinforcement.
Exactly.
Just on his own merit.
And then like, you know, anytime you experience an L, like that's a learning situation. So
I would take an L as an experience. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
It's a fact. You gotta take an L.
L means learning.
The L experience.
L for learning.
We're learning.
Like learning, like whenever I take an L, it's just like, all right, now I know to never do that stupid shit ever again.
Yeah.
So it's just like now, if I take an L, it's just like, all right, I know not to do that ever again.
Yeah.
I know to come different that time.
Exactly.
I know not to. Damn, how can I put it?
You're just better prepared for the situation. Even if that same thing happens, you'll know that you can move. Yeah, because you've seen it coming already. Yeah, you can move in a different way, so the outcome will be different.
Yeah, so like for like the first, I only performed one time my whole life.
Yeah.
And that...
I'm still tight. You didn't invite me to that.
I think you had work that day.
That sounds about right.
You didn't even ask me. I didn't even know what day that was.
I definitely did ask you. Why the fuck would I not ask you?
We'll talk about that in the green room.
Yeah, you was working.
I definitely did fucking ask you. Because it was on a weekday.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
I just caught the videos. I was on the IG stories and I was like, oh, where? Oh shit! Look, Jay's doing his thing somewhere. Yeah. Hi, though.
And
where the fuck am I in here? Why am I not? Yeah. I was like, where the fuck was I at?
Where was that, by the way? Is it undisclosed location? Is it okay for you to say? Or?
To keep it a buck?
Yeah. It was like a creative event, right?
It was shout out to Diggy. I think Diggy set it up. Shout out to Diggy Metro. I think Diggy set it up. I don't know where it was at. I think it was like I don't know where the fuck it was at. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck. I was high as shit.
How did your shit go though?
It went.
Did you go first, or did you coming up after somebody?
Jay did a song first.
You had to follow Jay.
I'm like, damn, now you gotta follow that up, like.
And then damn,
that's how I felt.
Because Jay always starts his performances with a banger.
Yeah.
And then luckily, the second song that I had with him was a banger.
Yeah.
So he was like,
"Oh, see, that was a feature joint that you did."
That was a feature joint.
That's a good way. That's a good way to do it.
So then he was like, I'm talking about like while he's performing, my feet is cold.
That's
cold.
crazy.
Yeah. But I was so high and drunk that I was as soon as he called my name out, I walked directly to.
Did you do that like in preparation for being on stage, or like getting drunk and
like trying to
get drunk and high?
Like trying to loosen up?
Did you do that to kind of like
to loosen up?
I did. I definitely did do that to kill my anxiety.
Yeah.
And it did. It worked. I'm not gonna lie. It worked.
Yeah.
And as soon as he called my name up, it was like all the nervousness left, like anxiety left.
Showtime.
Yeah. And I stepped right on that shit. I did some dumb shit though. As soon as I got the mic, I ended up dropping it, and I was like, "Fuck!" I dropped the mic.
Oh shit!
I picked up the mic. The song started. I did my verse. I killed it.
Hey.
And yeah, man, that was the first.
Yeah, so your first time actually went good. That's not typical.
It went awesome, actually. I never thought in my life I'll perform a song. I never thought in my life I'd even get into rapping.
Actually, that leads me into something interesting, right? Like, because I was talking with Kupo the day before yesterday or something of, you know, kind of like, you know, when you're little and they ask you, what do you want to be?
What do you want to be?
And obviously you're too, like, you haven't lived life, so you have no idea, like.
So you think about the three things you know: fireman, doctor.
Yeah. Or like what everybody else is
astronaut.
saying. Yeah. But you don't know shit about life. You don't know what you like and what you don't like. So that's never an informed decision. So I'm curious, like, what would have your answer have been like when you were little?
If they asked you in like second grade and they were like, "What do you want to be?"
I didn't get to choose when I was little. I was forced.
No one asked you?
I was forced. I was just like, yo, you're gonna go to school. Yeah. You gotta go to school. and we want you to be a doctor. We want you to be this. We want you to be that. We want you to do this, and that.
I remember a story about
that. Shout out to Dominican parents.
I mean, shout out to my parents and shit, but my parents, they was there a lot. I'm not gonna. They was there a lot.
Yeah.
I would say it was 50-50.
Yeah.
Because my parents, they money getters. They go after that bag.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like I get that same ambition for them. Like
they work.
Like I push everything for the side to get to that bag. I push whatever I gotta push to the side to get to that bag.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got that from them. So they were. So that's how I feel like I fell into the streets. But like, but I wasn't too deep in the streets, but I was definitely in the streets because like I used to hang out with Crayon a lot. I can't say his real name, but I used to hang out with. I remember I used to hang out with Crayon. I hung out with Crayon for a whole summer, and for a whole summer, Crayon taught me a lot. I copied away.
How early on was this?
This was probably like.
Talking school terms,
like maybe. Like what grade?
Like how old were you in like?
Oh, I knew Crayon since I was like since young, since like 13.
Oh, so you already had history.
So I already had Crayon.
Almost heading into high school.
You, if I say his real name,
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm like thinking in my head.
If you like I started hanging out with Crayon, I was like, I knew about Crayon. I was like 13. We knew about each other.
Yeah.
It's more like we were kind of related through family because his cousin is my cousin, so it's like almost like second cousin, whatever, however you say it, like through marriage and shit. But I hung out with Crayon. I sort of got for like a whole summer. I would say Crayon is top 5 smartest motherfuckers I've ever known in my life. Top 5 smartest, most strategic. He plans everything. Shout out to Crayon. Crayon, you a fucking god. Yeah. So I hung out with Crayon for a whole summer. I saw how Crayon move. I copied his trap. And I still hang out with Crayon to this day. To this day, I still hang out with Crayon. So, and boom. I ended up buying my own pack. I ended up selling my own drugs. I ended up moving just like how Crayon was moving. Yeah. And then one day I got too comfortable. I ended up getting bumped. Yeah. I got bumped for some work. And that shit was handled. Took care of that. I still hang out with Crayon to this day though, because he's a smart motherfucker. He always telling me smart shit. Like he gives me wise words 24/7. Wise words 24/7. And I love the way he moves. He moves strategic every single time.
Do you feel like he was a bit of a mentor to you?
I feel like Crayon was like a big bro. Yeah. Like big bro. Like I feel like Crayon's a big bro. Like, and Crayon's another one. Crayon keep it 1,000 every single time. Like he's a real big bro. He taught me a lot. I don't tell him often, but he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot of shit, to be honest.
Yeah. And so, like knowing what you know now, if you would have been asked when you were little, what you would have grown up to be, like what would you have said? What would you like? Aside, obviously your parents wanted you to be a doctor, but were you already like on a different track? Like were you thinking like, no, I don't want to be a doctor or do something else?
I was actually falling towards X-ray technician and like radiology.
Oh, interesting. Like yeah.
Like that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. But then
and so would you say like, let's say now, if you didn't fall into music, would you have been pursuing that instead?
To keep it 100, if music don't work, then that's what I'm falling on. X-ray technician.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm.
You mean while you work on music?
Right. Better way of putting it. Yeah. Right. So I'm multitasking. Yeah. But I want to keep plan A as plan A. I don't want to. Yeah, you don't. I don't want to work on plan A and plan B at the same time. Okay. Because I feel like if I work on plan A and plan B is going to interfere with each other, and plan A is not going to get executed the way it's supposed to get executed.
Okay. Yeah.
So you understand what I'm saying? So, I personally put music as plan A, even though I shouldn't. I should put radiology, that shit as plan A. Yeah. But I'm more comfortable.
But it's almost like you have to have some skin in the game. Like in order for you to like pursue something all the way through, you kind of have to be like, okay, this is my thing, and you basically, even though you have a plan B in your head, you're pretending like this is all I can do right now, and like that's basically how you're able to go hard on something. Because like if you're thinking about the second thing already, like then the first thing kind of like starts to fade away.
Just like fading away. Like
Yeah.
I got mad plans. Like I got plan A, plan B. Like plan A is music, plan B is school. I really don't want to fucking go to school. School's a waste of money. School. Fuck school, bro.
It always depends on your context, what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm over school. I'm over school, but we need doctors and lawyers, and they have to go to school. But I don't know if we need all the other stuff.
Yeah.
We don't need the formula from fucking 0.4 over 9. We don't need that in life, bro. You get rid of that shit. Yeah. And then plan B is clothing line, like starting a clothing line.
That would be C, right? Or
that would be plan C. That would be starting a clothing line.
Yeah. Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, but I wanna work harder on plan A because I never thought I would get the support that I was gonna get.
Oh yeah.
I never in my life thought, like, there was like my man's, shout out to E-Nice. E-Nice sent me a video when he was recording. He was recording the Kobe video on his phone. Yeah. And then he turned the phone and there was a little girl dancing.
I saw that, yeah.
She was cleaning it up. She was cleaning it up. She was feeling it.
My fucking mind.
And that's the thing, right? Like a child, like that child doesn't know who Byro is, right? Like she's just listening purely the sound.
She can feel
and was like, "Yo, this is a bop." Like, I'm a vibe to this. Yeah. How does that feel?
That shit.
And also just the support in general that you've been getting, because I've been peeping your story and like people have been, you repost like everybody who's like shouted you out.
Yeah, I repost everybody shout me out. I show love to everybody who showed me love.
Yeah.
But when I seen that video when E-Nice sent me a little girl dancing, bro, I couldn't believe it. I had to watch the video probably like 12 times. I couldn't believe it because I used to always see it in like famous rappers. They'll have like a little kid dancing to the video while they're already on top. I'm nowhere near that type of level. I'm not on that caliber yet.
Yeah.
I seen that shit. That shit was like, that shit blew my motherfucking mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it now. That shit still blow my mind.
Yeah. is that kind of like reassuring? Like, yo, this hard work is like it's getting somewhere. Like,
that reassured me that it's working.
Yeah,
it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. Now, that also reassured me that since it's working, now I gotta put quadruple the effort.
Exactly.
Now, if I'm gonna drop more singles, my singles gotta be harder than the Ugly mixtape. My single gotta be harder than the single before that. If I drop another mixtape, it gotta be harder than the singles and the Ugly mixtape.
Yeah, you just keep raising the bar on yourself.
Yeah, and
because like when you start viewing yourself as a competition, that's like where like quality goes up. Like you're competing against your old self.
And I don't even notice that I'm progressing. Like I'll have José or I'll have Coop telling me like, "Yo, that was hard, bro. That was better than the shit you did before." Yeah. And then my mind is just like for real, you think that was better than what I did before? I feel like that wasn't good enough. Like, and if I feel like if I keep that mindset, that drives me to work harder.
Yeah,
like that. Drives me
like going back to the podcast I had with José. Like we were talking like right up before like the Ugly mixtape came out. Like he had played me a snippet of Kobe, and he had mentioned that to you just thought that was just kind of like a sidetrack, like it wasn't even as big, and like
I didn't.
That shit went hard as hell.
I didn't think it was. I would say it was insecurity. Yeah. I didn't think nobody was gonna fuck with me at all. Yeah. You feel me? Because like, I mean, Kobe sounded crazy to me, but I didn't know how it was gonna sound to somebody else's ears. Yeah. And Kobe took off. Yeah. Kobe got the most views out of the whole mixtape. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my favorite song out of the whole mixtape is I Need That, and that's the last song. Yeah. But Kobe got the most views. That motherfucker took off.
And it's crazy, right? Like as a creator, you have an idea of like, you probably have like a checklist in your head or like a criteria that like, okay, if I do this stuff on this song, it's crazy. Like I like it personally, but then you put it out into the world and you have no idea how people are going to react. So it's not always like the artist is like, this is my favorite song, and then you release a song and then everybody ends up liking your favorite song.
Yeah, because
it's just like
they're not going to take
they'll
it the
run
same
with
way.
whatever one you created, and you didn't even think like, you know.
Yeah, like I forgot who I was having a conversation about that with. I forgot who it was, but it was just like you can't make a song, or like you can't make music targeting one group of audience.
Yeah.
You got to make your own music in your own wave, and let that music target the audience that it attracts.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like everybody else that's consuming it. They're going to decide for themselves.
Yeah, because it's just like if I make a bunch of emo songs, I'm only going to have a bunch of emo audiences.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have
shout out to the emo audience.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful like that,
sure.
but it's just like if I would have made a song where it could relate to emo, it could relate to somebody in the hood that's trapping, it could relate to somebody who loves pop music, or somebody who loves rock music. Yeah. Now I just broad my whole audience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now
it's like a wide net.
Yeah. Now that my audience is bigger, I can network more.
Oh, for sure.
I can network way much more. Mm-hmm. I can make a song with a pop artist. Yeah. I can make a song with a rock dude. Yeah. Feel me? I could definitely do hip hop because I'm doing hip hop right now. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that versatility doesn't go unnoticed. Yeah, like those audiences will pick up on that and be like, "Oh shit, he also does this shit." Like that makes even the regular fan like you more.
Like motherfuckers be thinking I'm dumb as shit, and it's like, nah, I'm not dumb, motherfucker. I just don't want to let you know my motherfucking plans. Like, bitch, like I don't want you to steal my plans.
I feel like it's weird because I feel like anybody who can express themselves through words on a mic and do that in like a poetic way, there's no way you can be dumb. Like
because that's a science all its own.
Yeah,
it's
and
math.
It takes
it's
skill.
a science and it's a math all its own.
Yeah, it's like it's not possible for you to be dumb. Like obviously we all have our strengths in our own separate ways. Some people are book smart, some people are visual learners. Yeah. But some people just express themselves through their words and
through their art.
Yeah. Like I feel like because I definitely don't have nobody to like. Cause I used to always depend on my oldest brother. Like, yo, every time I had an issue, I always talk to him. I always confide in him. Then one day we got into a crazy ass argument. So now I got nobody to talk to. So now I'm closed shut. I don't talk about nothing. I recently just started opening up about like shit in general. Yeah. But I'm still closed off because I don't trust nobody. I don't give a fuck. I don't trust nobody. Yeah. So now I'm starting to open up more. But at the same time,
so tell me the thought process behind that. Like, why are you opening up more? Like, are you finding? Is it natural? Is it the point you are at in your life now that you're just deciding this is a good time to open up, or what makes you like take that first step? I'm
opening up more for self-improvement.
Okay.
Self-improvement. Yeah. And like I don't remember what it was, but I sat down the other day and I was just like, I could open up so much more in my music. Yeah. I write all my feelings in my music. That explains why all my songs are all one verse. Yeah. And then there's a little hook at the end. Mm-hmm. Because I'm saying everything I'm feeling in that one verse. I'm saying everything how I'm feeling, what I've been through, what I've seen, what I've done. Yeah. In that one verse. Mm-hmm. And Do
you ever maintain a diary like on the side, or you just is it strictly through your raps? Okay.
I don't have no damn diary. Hell no.
Are you against the idea of diaries, or is this not for you?
You just don't want to call it. We could call it a journal. A journal isn't that.
I'm not a journal neither. Yeah.
You don't want a trapper keeper.
You know what I would consider a journal. I would consider my notepad where I keep up my lyrics. I would consider that a journal.
Your rhyme book is your journal?
I would consider that a journal.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, because that's
for... Is it a literal book, or do you just write everything on your phone?
Oh, no, look. I'll show you right now.
Somebody's going to catch a reflection off of a picture and then see all your bars.
Yeah, and then they're going to leak it.
See, look, this is the lyrics. Okay. It's like a journal. Yeah. See how long it is?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, you just keep it all in one note.
I keep all lyrics keep scrolling. On note.
Yeah. Should download.
And then the songs that I'm gonna do, I'll keep them in a separate note. Jay told me that. He's like, yo, you should never put everything in one. Okay. Because you never know if shit get erased. Mm-hmm. Now you got all your lyrics gone. Yeah. You just keep them in
do you have that backed up to iCloud? Yo, shout out to the technical question. I just the tech nerd in me.
I actually don't have it backed up because my iCloud is like overcrowded. So
oh yeah, I feel you.
I
you know, Apple trying to like.
If you download OneDrive, they have separate notebooks you could create, and then it'll have pages and tabs and shit, and then you can go to them and separate all that shit up to organize it.
I'm definitely gonna do that. But yeah, like I keep like I feel like
action-packed,
like
black
music.
and Shaq.
And I feel like this is so cliche, but I hate when I say it, but I feel like music is like a getaway.
Yeah.
Even though it is like a getaway, but it's just
there is some truth to cliches. That's kind of like why they become cliches. Like
yeah,
but it's like a getaway, but it's like at the same time you still gotta live in reality.
Yeah,
like you gotta chase your dream and still be in reality at the same time.
Yeah,
like
you're constantly having to struggle against like releasing your next mixtape and like making money so that you don't starve.
Yeah, but that dream should become part of your reality. Like if your dream isn't already, the goal, right? If your dream isn't already injected into how you live your life and how you make your decisions day to day, then that means that's not what you're doing. You're not on your job. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even if you're like, all right, I'm about to go to lunch right now, depending on whether or not I get Burger King or something that's not going to slow me down is going to show my performance in the studio tonight when I go. Like all that shit matters.
That's why I say when you have a plan A, B, C, whatever. Yeah. Plan A always has to stay Plan A.
Yeah, just act like that's your only plan.
Act like that's your only plan.
Yeah.
Because Plan B is a backup. Plan C is a backup. Yeah. Plan A is that's your go-to plan. No, that's what you're working hard to get to. Yeah. Plan A.
Yeah. It's good that you at least have like 3 because, you know, I was talking about it the day before yesterday too. Like, there's something about life that, you know, you go like twists and turns and you just never know how your life is going to end up. But like, if this music shit becomes like, you know, what you hope it will become, I don't see why not, like, off the success of that you could like easily launch like a clothing line or do something like that.
Oh, no,
like, so you could do that in conjunction with
anything at that point.
That's definitely in the process. Like if I because I'm thinking about dropping another single, but I'm trying to get this clothing line popping. So when I drop this single, I could drop merch at the same time. Oh, okay. So as soon as this single drop, merch.
That track is the vibe of this care package right now. Exactly. Pick up.
You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Edit that out.
I'll drop merch the same day of the single. Or I'll do
some. That's the commercial.
Or I'll do some.
Everybody rocking the fucking new joints.
Or I'll do some shit
video?
like you, boom.
It does itself.
I could be like, yo, I got merch for this song coming out. You buy a shirt, and you get to come to the video and pop out on the video.
Yeah.
Word.
And then I'll drop the merch 2 days before we shoot the video. Yeah. To give everybody enough time to buy merch.
Even another one.
And then come
to the video with the merch. Buy a shirt. If the show's right around the corner, you get a ticket to the show. And then they're coming in repping you.
Exactly.
That would be crazy.
But I'm
gems.
Yeah. Exactly.
The gems.
Mad little salt.
I just like I always got a backup plan. No matter what, I always got a backup plan for everything, man. Like nigga, motherfucker. Since I don't express myself and like tell people my plans, people think like, he don't know what he's doing. He's lost. He's just in a magical world, living this magical fucking life. Like, no, motherfucker, I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm planning my shit down packed. I'm not talking to you about my plans. Because I don't want to leave with expectations. I want to show you my actions.
Yeah. Do you feel that having those conversations with people who only understand specific ways of life as giving you like security and like improved quality of life too? What do you think about them and how they're pursuing their version of happiness versus being your own boss and doing the shit that you want to do and building your own community of supporters? Like, how much of a difference is there to you in those two walks of life?
I don't think everybody thinks the same. Yeah. To be honest.
Yeah, obviously there's like different versions of success.
I don't think like I was reading my horoscope not that long ago, and it said that cancers set really high expectations for themselves.
When is Cancer season? Did that pass already?
Yeah. Where are we in August?
Yeah, August.
Yeah, it passes. Yeah. I think it's June and July.
Okay.
So I'm a Cancer, so I set dumb high expectations for myself. Yeah. And sometimes when I don't meet them, it makes me a little depressed. But I do what I got to do to set them expectations and shit like that. So when you say that, it's just like, I think people think differently because if I have my own expectations, I'm trying to reach my own expectations.
Yeah. They're yours, not anybody else's.
Yeah, like they're my expectations. I'm trying to reach my expectations. Mm-hmm. Don't pressure me to reach your expectations. Exactly. Because somebody else is pressuring you to reach your expectations.
Yeah, full circle. It's like the whole thing we were talking about at the beginning with like family members who don't like.
Yeah, like don't do that. Don't apply that pressure to me because you're getting that pressure applied to yourself. Yeah. Don't do that. That's gonna fuck with my mindset. Word. That's gonna fuck with my idea. That's gonna fuck with my game plan. Yeah. Cause now I gotta switch up my game plan to reach. Now I gotta switch up my game plan.
I gotta work for your expectation now.
to match my expectations and match your expectations. Yeah. So it's just like, but now it's just straight focusing on myself, like just self improvement. Yeah. Doing what I gotta do, invest in myself.
Yeah, I think if at that age, like, you know, you owe it to yourself to like look internally and be like, how can I get better in like every possible way?
Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. Physically, mentally, exactly. Wealth wise.
I see you at the gym, you know. Yeah, you know, I mean, doing your work. Okay.
Try your way out. Yeah. You wanna know what's the funny real reason why I go to the gym? I didn't really tell nobody this. What? Let me take a shower. The real reason why I go to the gym is because I see a lot of skinny ass niggas get knocked the fuck out.
Oh, so you don't want to be another one?
I used to be like a twig way back in the day. And on top of that, like, I'm not trying to be that nigga get knocked out. Yeah. And if I have kids, like, let's say I have kids,
you gotta protect yours.
Yeah, like
you gotta protect yours.
I gotta be strong enough to protect my little goombas and shit like that. Yeah. That's the real reason. That's the real reason why I go to the gym. Like I don't go to the gym for like. For aesthetics. Yeah, like I don't go to the gym to make myself look good. I mean, I like the way
it's a nice bonus. Yeah,
I like the way it looks, but that's not my actual idea for going to the gym. Like that's not what I'm going to the gym for. I'm going to the gym so I don't get when I fight some big ass dude. Like I'll give him a challenge. Like I'm not getting knocked. Or like if I put up a fight. Yeah, if I have a child and some older man trying to get respect from my child, I'm putting you to sleep. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Like I'm putting you down. Yeah. But those are my main two reasons why I go to the gym. That's why I go so hard in the gym.
In that case, have you ever thought about doing MMA?
MMA, nah.
No. You don't want to like choke somebody out.
If I'm losing a fight, I'm gonna punch you in the nuts. I'm gonna crack you in the head with a bottle. Oh, you're
the old school. Yeah. Just street fighters and Kimbo Slice.
If you a bodybuilder.
Shout out Kimbo.
R.I.P. Kimbo. If you a bodybuilder and I'm like, feel me? Just know
you going for everything. Yeah, it don't matter.
And if I got a knife,
street rules. You ever see one of those big dudes get into a fight? Those dudes that walk, they can't put their arms down, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm a bully because I got all this fuel and rage," and then they walk up to people and like,
you have no maneuverability.
They're like turtles.
You're crashing into yourself.
So funny. Like I don't.
My deltoids is stopping me from smacking you right now.
I don't know if people notice this. Like whenever you fight a big dude, don't fucking rush him. Yeah. Because the first thing he's gonna do is throw a haymaker, run around him, wait till he gets tired of throwing all them stupid ass swings. Yeah. And once that you see that he's gassed out, then you start throwing all your haymaker. Yeah.
You know who's really scary?
He's not gonna be able to put his hands up, and then that's when you start throwing your pick up a bottle, crack him, like hit him in the nuts, like. Like
the bottle just spawns in your head like,
wooden pipe, like metal pipe. Like crack them, like I don't think motherfuckers, but like in a fight, you don't really think about that. You're just thinking about
survival.
Yeah,
because you don't know how that's gonna escalate, regardless of what happens.
You never know about none of that shit.
Yeah.
Damn, we are way off topic.
Well, to get back on it, I'm gonna play Kobe because we were talking about that. And
Kobe's hard.
As wait,
You gotta turn it on.
I'm about to connect it to the. Did it turn off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ahí está.
There you go.
Ahí está.
Let's get it. So this is Kobe. If you haven't heard it yet, you're hearing it now for the first time.
Off the Ugly mixtape out now on SoundCloud.
Link in the description.
Ugly mixtape. Check it out on SoundCloud. Shout out Kick.
So you gotta tell me like about this voice, like, because we're hearing your regular voice now, like, what made you
this voice?
Like, I feel like finding somebody hearing this, like.
Before he answers, can I say what my boys say when I show them the music?
What?
2 out of 3 people that I showed the tracks to that are like homies from out in New York, they're like, "Yo, is this Busta Rhymes?"
Oh shit!
Why is he rapping so hard for 2 minutes straight? Does he know what a hook is?
Oh shit!
Like I don't really
getting at him sometimes.
I don't really do hooks, and this is like it's not my. It just comes out when I step in the booth.
Yeah,
it comes out. It always just comes right out when I step in the booth. It's not like even when I'm practicing reading my lyrics, I don't read my lyrics with that type of voice.
Okay,
it just comes out when I'm in the booth.
Like you're in front of a mic and then that's just the voice that comes out.
Even when I performed for the first time, my voice came out like that. It's just it just comes out like that. I don't know why.
Do you remember the game? You remember when he was beefing with G Unit, and you remember when he put out 360 bars, 180 bars, the 120 bars, and it was just him barring these dudes to death for like 7-8 minutes straight?
Yeah.
You think that had anything to do with it?
What do you mean?
The fact that there was no hooks in any of that, but you were all about following the game versus G Unit beef. Back in the day, you were all about it, and you never played the G Unit disses. All you played was the game disses, and then none of them had hooks.
You know what?
And it was just him going.
I was definitely following that, but I don't think that's what inspired me. I think what inspired me was just like trying to get what I was feeling on my chest.
Right.
I was trying to get that out into the verse.
Right.
Like, I feel like
that's funny if you view it like every song as like a diss track, but like it's not a particular person. You're just like dissing like life or like your other thoughts, and you're just like, there's no hook to this shit because like I'm boring you to death and leave me alone. Don't
remember the catchy part. Remember the part where I called your shit out.
Like, yo, who are you fighting?
I'm saying real shit. Like real shit. Like right hand man turned to a snitch. Like that was really my right hand man, and you turned to a snitch. You gave my other right hand man 5 years. Like.
Oh shit!
Like, that's crazy, bro. Like we were supposed to ride to the death.
Yeah,
we really supposed to ride to the death.
Like, it means something.
And like, come on, man. Like like that shit hurt.
Yeah,
that shit hurt, man. Yeah. And what's crazier is my man's. Shout out to Leroy. Shout out to Roy.
Shout out.
My man's did his 5-year bid, and now he out doing better than the nigga that snitched on him.
Wow.
This nigga's in Europe right now.
Living his best life,
traveling Europe for school, like
is he the homie showing off the apps and stuff? He's in the technology and shit. Is he the one? Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, he was doing a presentation for people, like in stage, telling people about some projects and stuff. That was dope.
And you know what's funny?
Big ups to him.
I forgot who it was that told me. They was like, "Yo, Leroy, what motivates the shit out of me?" And I paused them. I was like, "Yo, Leroy was always gonna get to that position in his life." Because that's Leroy. He was just set back 5 years off a dumb decision. So either way, Leroy was gonna hit that pedestal, no matter what.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I always tell that, like, Leroy was gonna hit that pedestal no matter what. Because if you talk to Leroy, like, if Leroy was around, I would have brought you into the podcast. Yeah. Leroy is an intellectual motherfucker. Like, he could. I don't even want to talk much. I'd rather let him talk for himself.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
He did.
So he's in Europe right now.
Yeah, he's currently in Europe right now. He comes back, I think, late August.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, motherfucker did 5 years in prison.
That sounds like an interesting story. Yo, Leroy, if you're interested, we got mics here.
I'll bring him on. But
friends of the podcast.
It's an interesting story.
He did 5 years, came out. And got on his motherfucking grind, man. He did what he had to do. He got a job, got his own spot, stacking his bread up, traveling. He's actually traveling for school.
Like, okay.
Traveling around the world for school. He's giving presentations. I think he's doing. I think he's doing either computer programming, computer coding, one of those two.
Yeah.
When I saw him doing that, he was doing like a TED talk or something. It was about building mobile apps from end to end or web apps from end to end, which is. If you could be a full stack nigga, then that's clout in the industry.
What's so
Clout.
dope. I think during while he was giving that presentation, he had a Kickup shirt on.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he had a Kickup shirt on. He had a Kickup shirt on.
Yeah. Wow,
that's my
brand,
brother, bro.
The brand is real.
I love that man to
So
death,
I actually,
bro.
Speaking of which, I think that transitions nicely because, like, I don't know if anyone has ever asked y'all because I've never seen any. There's no central location to like find out what you guys are about. So, like, what is Kickup? Is this like a lifestyle movement? Is this like a rap group like Slaughterhouse or like what is this? Or maybe you're not sure. Like maybe that's like a deeper.
That's a question you gotta ask Porter Rock because Porter Rock started Kickup.
Yeah.
I came in. I was around.
Yeah.
But I joined Kickup later on.
Yeah.
Like when I started doing cameraman stuff, that's when I joined Kickup.
Yeah.
Like you gotta ask Porter Rock that question. Like where did he originate Kickup from? Like,
yeah.
And one of the tags was Save the Youth. I was always under the assumption that he was trying to create something he wishes he had.
Yeah, like
he was on the come up.
He always had an agenda for something. Always had always had a plan. Always had a mindset. That's why he doesn't.
So you'd say he's the founder of Kickup?
Oh no, he definitely is the founder of Kickup.
Okay.
He definitely is the founder of Kickup.
Yeah, he's a godfather.
I think that's why he doesn't drop projects because
on some cool shit.
Yeah, like on some like even random because like he feels like it has to be the right timing. It has to be like a video with the song.
Yeah.
With the mixtape, everything has to be on time with everything.
Yeah.
That's why I say like he's a perfectionist, but at the same time he's not a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Because he'll do what he got to do until it's perfect.
Yeah.
But if he knows that he has to get it out by that time, he'll make it as perfect as possible and drop it.
Yeah.
So right now, shit, man, he got so many motherfucking songs at Bill's crib. He got this one song that I've been trying to get him to drop for so long. It's like a NLE chopper type beat.
Yeah.
When that shit drop, this city gonna go crazy. This city is gonna go crazy.
And that's actually like I found out about you guys basically as an outsider, as like an admirer, just seeing like what was happening and like whenever one of you guys drop, like you guys are like supportive of each other.
Clique,
and you guys are like actually friends and shit. Like it's not like, oh, you're not just shouting each other out just like for no reason. Like you guys actually mess with each other. And I don't know whether he realizes it or not, like you guys have like a substantial brand there that you guys can actually do something with. Like, you know, kind of like since the way I speak as an outsider, like what you guys have going on is cool, but as an outsider, like we don't really know much about it in general. Like what's the purpose? What's the drive? Like what, you know? And maybe that's by intention. I have no idea.
There's like a huge solidarity in between all of us. Like we keep shit in the dark to keep you interested.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
We keep you in the dark to make you want more.
Yeah.
So that's why we do a lot of promotion, a lot of advertisement. We try to do it as much as we can.
Yeah, for sure.
To keep you in the dark, to keep you to be like, damn, when is the next shit gonna drop? When's the next thing gonna drop? Because I know there's people waiting for Jay to drop some shit. I know there's people waiting.
I mean, just a reaction to the
fact. Like I hear a lot of his songs. Well, I'm always gonna hear them before you hear them or you hear them.
Yeah.
And I'll be in there like, motherfucker, drop that shit. Like, drop it.
Like it's done
drop
already.
That shit.
Yeah.
Like that one song he got with that, man, I'm waiting. Nigga, drop that shit. Like, I'm waiting for you to drop it. Drop that shit. But that song is crazy.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, I seen, like, he's trying to, like, you know, sell merch and stuff like that. Like, you guys could, like, really, like, build something off of this. Like, you guys could have had a whole website and, like, actually sell
agenda.
Stuff.
Like, his agenda is more like, all right, so, well, in my opinion, his agenda is like, let's build up this music.
Yeah.
At the same time we build up music, we build up merch.
Okay, so that's like music is the gateway.
Yeah, so music is the gateway. So while we're performing shows, we could have a little stand
for sure
and sell out merch.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the same time we're performing, we making money on the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got homies, and then you guys homies to support you outside of the show, and they could be like, all right, I'm wearing this Kickup shirt. Exactly. Oh, what's that Kickup shirt? Oh, these are the guys. Look them up.
Yeah.
And then imagine how much cooler that looks when you're performing and you got 20, 30 niggas or 20, 30 motherfucking females with Kickup shirts on.
Yeah.
You're gonna see somebody else be like, damn, he got a Kickup shirt. Where I get a Kickup shirt?
Yeah, word.
Or even when you're on a random podcast, maybe the host is wearing one of those shirts. And then you
thought that shit was coming in today.
I wear a medium.
I got a medium in the house too. I should have bought a shirt.
That's funny.
Yeah, so you said your favorite song is "I Need That," so I'm just gonna play that real quick. And
that's the last track off the tape, no?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna play the new track that was it today you released or yesterday?
Friday, yesterday.
Yeah,
Friday,
yeah.
right?
And then I'll play. Did that
today's Saturday?
Oh, today's Saturday? Yeah, I released it Friday. Yeah, yesterday. Pain.
Oh, I had the volume low. There we go.
Yo, only 4 hoodies on go. Need more I pay though. More work, one truckload. Tell plug a high blow. I want them block though. Them hoes don't need though. I need more hundo.
Phone with two though. Get a little bitch. Burn rubber little bitch. Everything I said I did. No capping, no snitching. Hey guys, I need that. Big B's, I need that.
Now I don't know anything about releasing music to like digital streaming platforms, but have you ever looked into like making it available on like Apple Music or like Google Play and shit like that?
I'm gonna do it now. Yeah. Because at first I wanted to see how many views I would get of SoundCloud.
Okay.
And
so you're playing off that buzz.
I'm playing off that buzz, and I didn't think I was gonna get that many views on SoundCloud. Yeah. That shit surprised the fuck out of me.
You got mad views. You got like 2K plays in the first week.
I was peeping.
I got mad views. So like,
I mean, yeah, like you said, like the support has been crazy.
Next project is gonna be on all platforms.
Hey, Spotify. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
exclusive.
It's gonna be Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on all platforms. Invest in myself.
Yeah,
for me,
sure.
It's gonna be on all platforms. Yeah, but I wanted to see how many plays I could get off SoundCloud first.
Yeah,
cause SoundCloud is just I could just put the link on the bio. All you gotta do is click the link on the bio.
Exactly.
Cause motherfuckers is lazy as hell. Instead of just going to search for it, they go click the link.
Yeah, you gotta make everything easy.
Yeah. So
otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah,
I gotta make it easier.
It's like mad work to like type in.
I gotta
go
make
to Google, even though you do it every day, you can't like.
I gotta make it easier access for the audience.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting more views than what I ever expected I was gonna get.
Yeah.
On the mixtape. So now I dropped the single. So probably the next single is gonna be on all platforms, or maybe the next mixtape is gonna be on all platforms.
Yeah.
But I'm working on. Damn, why I keep burping? This shit crazy.
It's alright.
I'm working on. I'm gonna try to drop a video for Pain.
Yeah.
Before dropping anything else, or I might fuck around and drop another track. Mm-hmm. And then drop a video for Pain, but I feel like it'll be a smarter move to drop a video for Pain before dropping another track.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So basically, what it sounds like, you showed no signs of slowing down.
No, hell no. I got my foot in the pedal.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I said. Bullshit and obstacles are always gonna be in the way. You got to keep your foot in the pedal and run through them shits.
And you know what's cool? It's like, since you guys are like a group, like you release something and then like Jay drops the freestyle and I think Diverse drops something too.
Yeah,
recently.
Diverse.
So it's cool. Like y'all are all just like come and just
box it. Like everybody's working.
We all heating up. All heating up.
Yeah. So I'm
22, 20 Baton. He's with Kickup.
Yeah.
20
Shout
dropping
out to him one time.
20 Baton. 20 dropping work too. 20 got some hard shit too.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, I think.
José, can you see the battery from here? I'm like struggling to see it. But
but it's not. But I don't think
if
it's.
If you go on SoundCloud, type in 20
right.
Baton, that O2 Romance, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description because people are lazy. I'll just make it easier. The link will be in the description.
Links and timestamps below.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna essentially like bring us in for a landing with Pain, which dropped yesterday.
The new one that hit the streets.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
this one's a favorite.
So who produced this?
Who produced Pain?
Yeah, is this another collaborative effort of you, Jose, and John?
I got no idea who the fuck. Well, what do you mean by
this beat?
Oh no,
this
like
beat,
I mean like I don't mean like the actual beat, but like
so the beat pulled up. It was from
YouTube.
He found a user on YouTube, and he picked up one of those like free beat joints.
Yeah,
and he messed with it, and he recorded everything recorded vocals, ad libs, and dubs over it, and then splicing up the files and stuff, and then you had to go in for mixing and mastering afterwards to make it sound clear.
Yeah,
make it sound bigger than something just hitting you in the face, and also just make it sound appealing to your ear.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard it, world premiere.
People touched it.
Pain by Byro. Oh shit! It says. Oh, the camera just said something. What did it say?
It says
y'all can keep talking.
It says a memory.
Memory.
I don't think I've done that once yet.
Wow.
You want the last video?
No, that's you. I'm driving. Oh, we're still recording though. Oh, we got to do some under construction maintenance.
I'll just use the memory card.
We're doing some under construction maintenance right now.
Back in a minute.
Flipping and switching.
Oh, freestyle?
Ready? I'm gonna start a bar, and then you just keep going until he's done.
All right, go ahead, hit it.
JBL speakers on the counter in the afternoon.
I'm sipping Roscato with the homies in the afternoon.
Sitting on the chairs, not too comfortable, but I'm a goon.
I'm going after bricks to the morning, to the night and moon.
Ooh, the bars everywhere in the stars today.
Ooh, that was a good one. Shit.
That shit felt good. The bars everywhere in the stars today.
I'm gonna hit this weed till I see the stars today.
And then the evening continues hitting bars today.
And I'ma fuck your bitch all night and day.
You nasty.
Filthy. With a condom on.
You still remember that Tyler Flex freestyle?
Bruh.
Looking in the Rolodex for buff necks to have hot butt sex. He's one of the goats.
Flex is like, what made you say that?
Flex had the anti-stank on. He's like, what?
Like,
Heido, when you make all this music, do you show it and share it with anybody that's in the fam?
Nah, nobody in the family knows I rap. Except for you. Jared kind of knows, but I don't like to show Jared shit. Because he's
busy.
He's a judgmental ass motherfucker. Like who?
No, I'm saying, should we take that out? Because it's been recording.
He's like, edit.
Nah, hell no. You don't gotta take that out. Hell no.
Alright, cool.
You don't take that out. I told you, this is like therapy for me.
Yeah, word.
Like Jared.
So I'm gonna play Pain real quick.
Alright.
Yeah, but we could just talk in the background.
Like Jared, there's a bar where I called Jared a bitch, and I showed it to him.
That's funny.
He's a bitch because I was trapping out the house.
Oh, Stone Cold music?
Yeah, stop. That's a story for another day.
Hey, so this is Pain world premiere. If you haven't heard it yet, so let me flip the camera over.
Younger when I got back for that little work, man, that shit made me loco. I went on the block and got more to stay with no L's and I'm moving them home like I'm work, I'm running this book and this extra. The bitch keep on calling, she asked you don't need a blue check on the IG, you know how we move. And your top with a left to the right, I'm stomping, I'm doing the boogie. The homies was hitting, it should be a rumble. A cat motherfucker, if I hit, that's a one motherfucker. They aim at the top, that's a one motherfucker. The homies be saying you good and you rap, but you capping, you trashing, you really no crap. We was moving the work, was
pack up the pack with me and my white boy, we never had trap.
We paid out the pay, we was hungry like that. You talking that clear.
Then Brody forget it, cause this ain't no midget.
Pull up with midgets, they kicking your back like if you could just hit it. You running like Ricky, I know you all feel it. You go on the internet, part your phone. You probably gon' see it, but won't give a fuck. We chasing the bag, your life is a dub. We love the honest, we double it up. Damn!
My reason for dying.
but I'm really stacking. Love is for suckers that shit can be twice.
Never again, ain't no love in his life. I ain't broke, bitch, I got them raggies. I ain't no broke, bitch, I got them raggies. That boy back and I flip it right back.
Hot boy summer.
I flip it right back. Gang.
That's just hard.
I got you to break that whole song down for you too. Like,
yeah.
All right, so.
Oh wait, hold up. No, this is a segment. Introduce the segment. This is a segment.
This is the first ever artist segment where we listen to a track and the artist is in the chair breaking it down. First ever on the Working Podcast.
Webcast Dissect.
Yeah.
Go.
Webcast Dissect. I never heard that one before. That's a new one.
This is the world premiere.
That's a new one. Oh, let me look for the bar. Look right here. Where the fuck the bar out?
You know, I was thinking like
Go
y'all shouldn't have like
your feelings.
The
pour
thing
your feelings in the comments section below.
Yeah, I was gonna say like y'all should have had like the thing where like you have the thing on like Genius where you can see all the lyrics and then like,
word, and then you can line up the colors and the bars and stuff.
Yeah, and then people could comment on like what they think the bar might be, and you could just tell them like nah.
Yo, facts. Verified user.
Like, all right, so like in the beginning when I said I was younger when I got back for that little work. So I think I was like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
This is me being stupid idle, like getting comfortable selling work. So I ended up getting back for some work.
Yeah.
And when I got back for the work, I had to go to court, and then the fines and all that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So now I had to go pick up more work. I had to double the work that I was selling.
Yeah.
So I went from selling dime bags to selling eighth to selling O's to moving plates from here and there. You know what a plate is?
No, I have no idea.
All right, a plate is a pound.
Okay.
So I went to moving for plates. And when I say I'm moving them O's like I'm Westbrook, you know how Westbrook got a number O in his bag?
Yeah.
And O's are ounces. I'm moving them O's like I'm Westbrook.
Yeah.
And Westbrook move fast down
fast,
the paint.
as fast as hell.
So I'm trying to get the work.
Yeah, work.
Trying to get the work really fast.
Now you gotta when you introduce the bar, do the whole bar and then say, all right, so this means.
What do you mean?
So instead of just going through like bar for bar, do that whole 4 bars and then go in and say, all right, this means
so
that.
I'm gonna read the bar and then say it?
Yeah.
All right, so then when I say I'm running this organization, your bitch keep on calling she extra, don't need a blue check on her IG, you know how we move. So when I say I'm running this work and it's extra, now I have double the work on me to sell.
Yeah.
Just to pay for these fines. And your bitch keep on calling she extra is because I'm trying to get the work out the way, but I got a side bitch trying to hang out and chill all the time. And don't need a blue check on our IG. You know how we move. Like we don't need to be certified.
For real.
You know how we move.
Don't need your approval.
We don't need nobody approval. We move how we move. We do what we want.
Yeah.
At the same time, and if like Nip said, like bring your biggest homie and like we run through him.
Yeah.
And like it's whatever, bro. And then it's just like. And then when I say, and we're hitting your top with a left and a right, then I'm stomping, I'm doing the boogie. If the homies was hitting the shit the shit be a rumble. And when I say that, it's like if I'm in a fade and I hit you a left and a right, then feel me, that's the boogie. I'm stomp your face out. I'm dancing on your face. And if the homies was there, then it would have never been a fade. It would have been a whole rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying, ain't no cap, motherfucker. If I hit, that's a one motherfucker. And they aim at the top, that's a one motherfucker. Basically, I feel like at this point I kind of have knockout power, so I can just aim at the top. And if aim at your top, that's a one motherfucker. If I aim at your top, that's a one motherfucker. Yeah. And then I say, your homies be saying you're good in your rap, but you capping, you trash, and you really a rat. And that's when I was talking about my man that gave my man's 5 years. Like he still. I don't understand his lifestyle, man. Like you snitched, but he still want to be in the hood. He still want to make rap music. He still want to be a hood. Like he still want to be in the hood mix, but you can't be in the hood mix no more. You a snitch. You're a rat. You gotta move different.
So you saying he turned his back on the hood before?
Huh?
So he turned his back on the hood before? You're saying
you broke the #1 code in the book. You snitched.
Yeah.
You broke the #1 code in the book and you snitch. And then I said, we was moving to work. It was packed with the pack. It was me and my white boy who moved it like crack. So it was me and my white boy. I'm not gonna say his name. Mm-hmm. At that point, we was getting work. Like we was really getting packs. I don't want to break down packs. I feel like I'm incriminating myself.
You don't have to do anything.
But like we was really getting work, and we was moving it so fast that it was like crack. Like when fiends come, we was moving it so fast it was like crack. And then I said it was paid at the plate. We was hungry like that. When I say paid at the plate, that's pound after pound. So we was getting pound after pound after pound after pound after pound after pound after pound. We didn't care how many pounds we was getting. We was hungry. We wanted that money. Yeah. And then I say, it was pay at the pay, was hungry like that. If you're talking that credit, and Brody, forget it. Because this ain't a midget. We pull up with midgets. They kick in your back like if Blue can't just hit it. So when I say that, we're not taking no credit. We're not about to give you, I mean, no bullshit, I ain't gonna lie. I used to give credit sometimes to people that I fuck with. Because I know where you live at. So, and this ain't no midget. When I say this ain't no midget, I'm talking about like this ain't no weak ass weed. Like this is some shit you got to pay real price for.
Is that what we're calling it now? We don't call it Reggie no more?
I call it midget. I call it midget.
It used to be called Reggie when you got that,
used to be called Reggie,
that
I call it,
shitty ass weed, that brown paper bag.
I call it midget now. And then I said they pull up with midgets, they kick in your back like if Luke can just hit it. You running like Ricky, I know your heart feeling. You go on the internet pouring your feelings.
Bars.
So when I say that is because you could be a tough nigga. And then you could be a tough nigga on the internet all you want, but then when you run into the motherfuckers that you was talking so much shit about,
and you
start running and you get back on the internet and pour out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And then I said we probably gonna see it, but won't give a fuck. We chasing the bag and your life is a dub. We loving them hundreds, we double it up. So we see all the bullshit you're saying on the internet, but. Like we know you're not gonna do nothing. So it's like we don't give a fuck about your lifestyle. We gonna keep chasing this bag.
That's actually one of my favorite bars on the whole thing.
Yeah, like we gonna keep chasing this bag.
Chasing this bag because your life is a dub.
Don't mean shit to us. And then here's where I try to get a little disrespectful with the ladies. I'm not trying to get disrespectful with the ladies, but if I pop a 30 and you get caught when I pop a 30, your back is getting broken. I pop on a 30, won't sleep on his night shift, giving the dick from the morning to night shift. So if I pop a 30, no, I can't say it. All right, if I pop a 30, just know you're gonna be up all night. You're gonna be sweating more than I'm sweating. You're gonna be up all night sweating more than I'm sweating, and I'm doing triple the work. And then when I say that, I only hold iron. If you want to try me, I'm chasing the bag. That's my reason for dying. When I say I only hold iron, if you want to try me, like I don't.
That's another conversation for another day too.
Nah,
you can read between the lines on this one. You don't really have to say.
I'll break it down. Like I only hold iron if you want to try me. If I feel like you put fear in my heart to where I gotta walk around with that, cause look at it like this: you could have beef with somebody, and you could be looking for him every single day, and that one day you're not looking for him, you're gonna run right into him, and you're not gonna have that iron, and you're gonna be fucked. And then when I say I'm chasing the bag, that's my reason for dying. Cause what else we living for? Yeah. We living to get money. And I said I just be flexing, but I'm really stacking. That's funny. That when I wrote that was funny to me because I be on G flexing my money and all that shit. But I really be saving my money. I be saving the fuck out my money.
Frugal.
That's the savings. Being smart. That's the savings. I'm not about to bust this right now.
I be saving the fuck out my money. Yeah. And then I put love it for suckers that shit play me twice. Never again. They no love in his life. She thought I was broke. She was using her eyes. The nigga ain't broke. I got me them Maracas. I blow and I flip it right back. I put that because, like, personally in my eyes, I thought love was love. Yeah. But to some people, love is, what is it? Stability. Stability. Yeah. So it's just like, to some people, love is money. Love is not love. Love is,
love is a status.
Yeah, like love is like, can you keep up with me, like,
yeah,
can you maintain like how I'm maintaining? And to me, that's not what I look at love as. I look at love as like, motherfucker, love is till death do us part.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm down, I'm down. If you're down, you know I got you.
Yeah.
You know I got you to the death, because it's till death do us part.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it right there. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the breakdown of the song.
Well, you've heard it here first. I think this is as good a time as any to wrap this one up. I want to thank you guys both for showing up today.
Yeah.
My hands are kind of sweaty, but like because it's hot as hell here.
Do you have anything you want to shout out before it's over? Shout out the Kickup boys. Shout out the Holies.
Shout out the whole Kickup. Shout out Titty. Shout out Diverse. Shout out 20. Shout out Coop. Shout out Pat. Shout out Icer right here. Shout out everybody. Shout out Milk. What we call Mike. Shout out Mike. Shout out.
Just like back more like.
If I forget anybody, shout out Deliana and her whole curly hair movement.
Ooh, shout out to curly hair. Let's get it.
She be doing that. She be doing her thing with that. Shout out to Deliana, her movement and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I missed out on anybody, it wasn't no disrespect. I just I forgot.
This will hopefully not be the last time.
Shout out to Kupo. Shout out to Kupo.
Shout him out 4 times. All right.
Fifth time.
He deserves his love too.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Kupo, man.
But yeah, like even if you missed anybody, hopefully this is the last time you show up.
Nah, yeah.
It's an episode. So
I've done the mixtape. I'll be back in here.
Yeah.
On the promo run.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta stop by here before you go to Breakfast Club. You know?
Yeah. on the way into the city.
I feel like it's gonna be mandatory. Like, yo, Breakfast Club, and I'm like, nah, I gotta stop by there.
Yeah.
I gotta do the
working podcast.
I gotta do the whipcast real quick.
I started there. I gotta film me. I gotta show love there first before I go anywhere else.
Yeah, appreciate
That's cool.
it.
This was cool though, to get some insider intel on how you operate and just how you think. Because Ass is right. Like, you see surface level stuff on the net, you don't know how somebody's really thinking.
Yeah. So let me know in the comments like how many of you guys didn't know all the stuff about Byro. Should be interesting.
I mean, the only pilot I know like about 2%.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why, like, you know, for context, like, we ran so long I had to change the battery in the camera, which doesn't happen often.
Oh shit.
So that means like this is only the beginning. Like, if we only got like 2%, like, obviously, you know, you're free to share more next time you come.
Word.
So set up
this is dope.
Yeah. So it's been good, guys. This is gonna end this episode of the Working Podcast. Divided we're awesome, together we're more awesome. Lincoln Build is the motto. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Kick up.